Good evening. We just sang our opening song. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I know Reverend Leah enjoyed it. I can see that she was very happy back there. So welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. My name is Marie. My pronouns are she and her. We're so glad you decided to join us today. We welcome all lifestyles and all beliefs, no matter who you are or where you come from. You have found your place to the right place tonight. I want to acknowledge that this service is being held on the traditional and ancestral lands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute people, and that we recognize this land is rightfully theirs, and we acknowledge and respect and have gratitude for their continuing kinship with this place. Our spiritual philosophy, the Science of Mind, is inclusive of all spiritual traditions. We believe that at the heart of every faith tradition lies a shared message that we are all one. Christine will be our prayer partner today, and if you would like to do this, she would be available to pray with you one-on-one after the service. So take advantage of that if you can. So let's say our vision and our mission together, but let's say our mission first. And maybe it'll pop up there. Maybe it won't. Okay, ready. We are an inclusive community inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision to support humanity's spiritual growth, creating a world that works for all. How about kids? Let's have kids. I mean, So we have some announcements now. We are doing a matching campaign, a matching gift campaign to support the programs and services that make us such a special place. So thanks to generous donors, every dollar that you give toward this matching campaign will be matched dollar for dollar, which is excellent. All the way up to $7,500. So this is an opportunity to go beyond your regular giving and help us continue to grow and thrive. And as of today, we have raised $3,673.80 for the match. So we're very excited about that. If you feel called to give during the offering, you'll want to get an envelope from one of the ushers. It'll be marked specifically for the match, or up on the board there will be a number that you can text if you'd like to text to give, if you're all techie, that you can text the word match as well, and then that'll go toward the matching campaign. Our outreach for March is La Familia. La Familia works alongside diverse families to provide high-quality child care and supportive services with an emphasis on cultural attunement to the Latinx community. So the work is done with an explicit vision of creating a community in which all families are safe, supported, and thriving. So they are our outreach this month. The midweek recharge, an evening of meditation, ritual, and wisdom with Reverend Leah. It starts this month, so take midweek pause to reconnect with your inner self and restore peace of mind in your heart. This will be a time for meditation, transformative ritual, and some sharing and connection time. So we'll meet on the fourth Wednesday of each month at 6:30 in the classrooms just across the courtyard here. Additionally, we have a new book study coming up here. The Book of Knowing and Worth begins on April 3rd. Join us for an inspiring book study this Thursday. Thursday the 3rd is not this Thursday. But Reverend Leah will be exploring the Book of Knowing and Worth by Paul Selig, who is the same author that's done some of the other book study books that the groups have been following. Very powerful. The powerful text offers deep spiritual wisdom on self-discovery, moving beyond fear, and embracing our true worth. The study will be offered both in person and online, with details provided when you register. To register for any of these opportunities or to learn more, be sure to sign up for our weekly e-newsletter. It has all the latest happenings, and you can sign up for that at cslnoco.org.
So let's all just take a deep breath together. Closing your eyes if you're comfortable. And just taking a couple of deep breaths. Just slowing our attention and our energy down. And on the next inhale, say silently to yourself, I move in harmony with the divine rhythm of life. I move in harmony with the divine rhythm of We feel our hearts open as we trust and know that we are exactly where we need to be. We have been planted here on purpose. And so we just allow ourselves to surrender. To surrender to whatever it is that we need to hear this evening. We allow the music to open our hearts, to prepare us for this evening. We give thanks for that presence of God that moves through our life, through every breath, through every step that we take in this life, on this earthly walk. We know that where we stand and where we sit is holy. That presence of Spirit, that powerful presence, is here in this space. As we breathe in that light. We breathe in that love. And we allow it to fill our being, overflowing, touching either person on either side of us and all those around us. As we breathe in that light here, we also know, because we are all one, that light touches every being on this planet. And how beautiful it is to know this truth. And we are all connected. One heart, one family, one spirit. And so with great gratitude for this time, we let it go. We hand it over to Spirit that always says yes. And with that, we simply say, and so it is.
Rolling with the guy with the stone so smooth. Only once a while passes through.
Is our music director Ken Jensen amazing or what? One of my favorite songs. You did it beautifully. Thank you so much. Oh, is it wonderful to see the sunshine at this time? And the temperature is amazing. Oh my gosh. I know it's fake spring. You know that, right? You've been in Colorado long enough to know it's fake spring, but we can still appreciate it, right? Yeah. All right, so today I'm talking about listening to the still small voice. This month, the theme for this month is the rhythm of life, flowing with grace. And you know, when we listen to that still small voice that is within us, it allows us to flow with life in a different way. Yeah, in a different way. The stillness that I'm referring to is really a refuge. It's a refuge because it allows us to get quiet. And that's needed sometimes, is to get quiet. You know, one of the best ways to dissolve fear in our life is to go into the stillness, is to go into the quiet. Because the mind chatter, I don't know about you all, maybe it's just me, but the mind chatter sometimes gets really loud. Is it just me? No, I know it's not just me. And so in the stillness, there is this voice. There is this voice that for some, it can actually be heard in words. How many of you actually hear that voice in words? Some do, yes? Others, it's a feeling. And for others, it's maybe an intuitive knowing. You just know. Yeah? But so that voice, it shows up in different ways for all of us. And truly that voice, what that voice is the voice of our higher self. It's the voice of that part of ourself that is directly connected to Spirit, directly connected to Source. It's a beautiful part of our existence on the earth because it shows us where we can go when we get lost. The wonderful spiritual teacher Muji, if you don't know him, I highly suggest you Google him or look him up on YouTube. Here's something he said. There is a presence, a silence, a stillness which is here by itself. There is no doer of it, no creator of this stillness. It is simply here in you, with you. It is the fragrance of your own self. So what Muji is saying is that this stillness, that this presence is not something we have to create. It's not something we have to work at. We just have to tune into it and to remember that it's here, that it's available to all of us. This presence that Muji is referring to in the science of mind, we refer to it as our true self, our true nature, our divine self. And you know that you have accessed that part of yourself because when you have a gentle little smile rolls across your face. Some of you, I'm seeing Lonnie nodding your head. Yes, you know this, right? A smile comes across your face, and you experience peace in your being. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, most of you do. It's a beautiful feeling. So, you know, right now, the world is getting loud. Yes, and it's getting it does require discipline. You know that thing, discipline. It does require some discipline in our lives. Yeah, the spiritual path, the spiritual walk does require some discipline. Because our fears and that incessant mind chatter, the noise, it's going to sweep you up like a tornado within seconds. Have you noticed that? 1 minute, oh, I'm so zenned out and all is well, and the next, we're in that tornado. Yeah? All it takes is one news clip. All it takes is one news clip on a video or something you hear someone say, some fearful thought, but all of a sudden, where'd that come from? But now all of a sudden I have a fearful thought in me about my life or about the world that we're in, and now we're starting to spiral. Yeah? And in that moment when that happens, we have totally disconnected ourselves from the Spirit. And it happens so fast, doesn't it? So even if you're not watching the news, I know that there are some spiritual people that refuse to watch the news, and it's okay, I get it. Especially now, it's hard. I get it. But because we are energetic beings, because we are all connected, we are all being affected, whether we realize it or not. Yeah, we are all feeling the intensity of this time. I feel like I've been talking a lot about this for these last few weeks, and I'm going to continue to do so because I'm reminding us all what we need to do during this time. I need to do it too. So it's really, really, really important that we take care of ourselves right now. Really important. Whether you agree or disagree of what's going on, it doesn't matter. There's an energetic that's happening. We are all being impacted by that. Whether you watch the news or not, we are all being impacted. So take care of yourself. I heard an intuitive healer recently talk about how humanity as a whole right now, and in the years to come, I thought this was a pretty cool thing, and in the years to come, that humanity is learning how to connect deeper to their heart. How cool is that? Now, I don't know if that's actually true, but I'm going to believe that it is. Yeah, you want to join me in that? That humanity is learning how to connect deeper to their heart. And it makes sense, does it not? Because when chaos is happening, when hard things are going on, whether personally or not, do you know that in the moment it feels like we're going down and it feels like we're going to get stuck, but at some point it begins to open us. Have you noticed that in your life? That hard things actually open us. They open us to greater compassion. They open us to greater acceptance. They open us to a greater commitment to be a better human being on this planet. Have you noticed that? So, I do believe that, yes, humanity as a whole, we are learning how to open our heart even more. So what if these times are designed for that very thing? What if? You know, I said it last week, do not allow what's happening in the world to shut your heart down. Don't allow what's happening in your life personally to shut your heart down. You know, fear will do that. Fear will do that, and I want to talk a little bit about fear because it's so present in the collective right now. As humans, we so easily not step into fear, we fall into it. Yeah, we fall into it. Before we know it, we are consumed by it. And when we're feeling fear, the last thing we want to do is to look at it. Because if we look closely at the fear, then we have to deal with the thing that we are afraid of. And that is a hard thing for us as humans sometimes, isn't it? We tend to resist it. We don't want to look can't possibly know how much it is interfering in our life unless we're willing to look at it. And how much space it's taking up in our minds. There are moments when it does not feel like fear is just taking over all that space in our minds. You know, it should be paying rent. It's taking up so much space. Any of you feel that sometimes? Yes? Yeah. Our fears are closely connected to our beliefs. And here's the thing about our beliefs. They can be transformed. They can be transformed. Our beliefs are a collection of thoughts. Repeated thoughts over and over again becomes a belief. And once it becomes a belief, it gets rooted in. Doesn't mean it can't be transformed, but it does get a little rooted in once it becomes a belief. So if you look at the things that you are afraid of in your life, what is it that you believe about that? If you are afraid about something happening in the world, what is it that you believe about that? What are your beliefs related to that? A good way of looking at fear is seeing it as an acronym. And some of you probably heard this. I love this. False evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Because fear isn't real. Do you get that? Fear isn't. Now, it certainly feels that way when we're in it. But in truth, it's false evidence appearing real. Now, if you're experiencing trauma or PTSD or severe anxiety, then that is not as easy. Yeah, it's not as easy to just let it all go. I have tremendous compassion for people that are experiencing those things. But generally speaking, fear is something that we can learn to work with. We can work with it. We can recognize, if we're willing, that the fear is something we have created in our minds. It's a story that the mind has created. And then we have bought into it as though it is the truth. So if we can see and we can recognize that, then we can work with it. That's the good news. You know, I said it before, the spiritual path requires discipline. It requires discipline because if we want to grow, if we want to evolve, if we want to experience more peace and freedom and joy in our lives, one of the most important things is to pay attention to our thoughts, to our beliefs, to the stories that we are running in our minds telling us that this thing over here is real. That this thing over here is likely going to happen. We don't really know, but our fear tells us that, doesn't it? We claim these things as though they're true, and we don't even realize we're doing that. We declare it on some level, we claim it on some level that it's the truth. I read recently that a relationship with our mind, developing a relationship with our mind, is essential for our spiritual awakening. It's essential. And what that means is just developing an awareness of our mind and what our mind is focused on. The incessant mind chatter, the fears, the stories, the judgments, all of it that comes and goes on a day-to-day basis. And we can't change it until we are aware of it. And so our relationship with our mind, it helps us to instead giving ourselves full permission to take our power back and to make a decision and a choice to focus on something else. My mind has been focused on this issue for the last 3 months. Let me change that. What would I like to affirm? What would I like to know? What would I like to claim? What would I like to declare instead? We get to choose that. Now, I know you all have heard this before, but I'm saying this as a reminder to me and to all of you, because we're human and we forget these things, don't we? Yes? Okay. So, we are not victims in this world. Yeah? Life isn't happening to us. Life is happening for us. For our growth, for our evolution, to support us in opening our hearts even more. On a personal level, I've been dealing with some health challenges recently. Some of you know this. Now, for months, I have a frozen shoulder in my left. I've got tendonitis in my right arm. I have, at sometimes, horrible lower back pain. And I've got some other things going on. Now, nothing serious. Nothing no one has to worry. Okay? Don't need to worry about me. I'm good. But I had a wake-up call recently. So I've been going to acupuncturists, I've been going to healers, I've been going to chiropractors, I've been doing all this stuff. And it's been helping, but it has not resolved it completely. So I woke up one morning, this was about a week ago, and I'm getting dressed, and I was in so much pain. My back was in so much pain, and my arms were in so much pain, it was hard to even put my pants on. And I broke down in tears. And in that moment, I realized there was something more going on here. There was something more going on here, because I have spent all this time and money and energy working on all these things, and I am still in a lot of pain. Now, as I stand before you, I actually feel pretty good. I just want to say that. So what I realized is that the thing that I hadn't been looking at was my mind. The role that my mind was playing in all of these things that have been going on in my body. And what I realized when I started to look at it more closely is that I had repressed grief. I had repressed anger. And I'm now starting to release those things from my body. I just started this process, so I'll give you all an update in a few weeks and maybe a month or so. I'm knowing it's going to be way better than it is now. So I share that. I share my own story of healing because to point out that there are layers. You know this. There are layers to our healing. And the mind is one of those layers. I think we all know that there's a connection between our mind and our bodies. But sometimes we are so busy living our lives, running here and running there, that we're not even aware of what we are suppressing. We're not even aware of what we are shutting down. So sometimes we have to stop and notice and be aware and take stock of what is our bodies holding. What are they holding? And so if we slow down enough and we drop into the stillness, we can tune in and ask, body, this pain, this ache, what do you want to say to me? What do I need to know about this pain in my life? Oh, the spiritual path. It presents us opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Yes? And if we're open to receiving those opportunities, if we say yes, it's going to be a much smoother ride. Some of us need to be woken up like I did with that metaphysical 2x4. Come on, Leah, wake up. You So if we're willing to tune in and go into the stillness on a regular basis, you don't have to experience what I experienced. You think I would know better. But I'm just being real with you here. I'm a minister, but I'm just like y'all. There's no difference here. So if we take a closer look, we then can see and notice and be aware of the beliefs and the thoughts and the stories and all the things that are impacting the joy that we all want and the peace that we all want. You know the stories that you have been telling forever, the stories that you have lodged yourself in and believe them to be the truth. We all have them. If there is an area in your life that isn't working, or you notice that there's some resistance there, that's a signal, that's a sign that, there's something there to look at. What have you been telling yourself? What messages have you been saying to yourself? So instead of being enslaved by the mind, we can actually use it as a tool. The Buddhist teacher, Tara Brach, said, in any moment, no matter how lost we feel, we can take refuge in presence and love. We need only pause, breathe, and open to the experience of aliveness within us. In that wakeful openness, we come home to the peace and freedom of our natural awareness. So in any moment when the world is loud, and we want to gain some insight, we want to experience some peace, we can take that refuge, and we can go within. And just for a few moments, some of you are not meditators, you don't want to sit for long periods of time, I understand that's okay. It only takes a few minutes to just sit and to turn within and to breathe. And we're going to do a little bit of that tonight before we end, so you get to practice it. And that is a gift. That's a gift that we give to ourselves, and that's a gift that we give to those around us, even if we just do it for 2 minutes a day. Okay, come on, 5 minutes. You can do 5 minutes. Right? And then maybe 10, and maybe 20. Okay. You know, the answers to all of our problems, the answers to all of our questions, the solutions, they're all within us. Our higher self knows exactly what we need. Our higher self knows. But we have to go into the stillness to ask. Now, some of us are lucky enough that it's talking to us all the time. Some of you, I know there's people in here, like, okay, there it goes again, it's telling me, talking to me at Costco about this issue I need to handle in my life. But for most of us, we need to go into the stillness. Yeah, we need to get quiet to hear it, to really hear it. Ram Dass said, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. Yeah? Ernest Holmes, our founder, he talked about this spiritual power, the same spiritual power, and he said that we can access it in the stillness. In the stillness. So we can't possibly know what Spirit is trying to communicate to us when our mind is busy and running the show. Some of us do need a wake-up call. And that's okay. It's not something to be afraid of. It isn't something to be scared of. Our lives are a gift. Our lives are a gift. They were given to us by Spirit. Every experience, every difficulty, every challenge, every painful moment, and all of the joy, so much joy. There is so much to be grateful for. All of it. Are you grateful for your life? Yes? So I'm going to walk you through a little that there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes we gotta just be in the tornado. But if you practice and you practice daily, you're less likely to fall off. You're less likely to get swept up. All right. So I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable. And take a breath. Just take a deep breath. Taking a moment to settle into the stillness. Taking another deep breath in and out. And on the next inhalation, breathe in white light. Just see this white light coming in through your nose, going into your lungs, moving through every cell of your being. This white light is calming. It is loving. It is divine in nature. So breathe that in. As you breathe, just feeling that light move through your whole being, settling any anxiety, settling down, quieting any thoughts, quieting any beliefs, quieting any and all fear. And on the next exhale, as you breathe out anything that you would like to release in this moment. Breathe it out. Breathe out the fear. Breathe out the stories. Breathe out the thoughts, the beliefs. Breathe out all that is no longer serving you. And on the next inhale, focus on your heart center, that beautiful spiritual heart, right in the center of your chest. And feel that energy flowing in and out of your heart. Breathe in through your heart and breathe out through your heart. If thoughts arise that are interfering, silently say to yourself, I release. And see them gently fade away. I release. Breathe in through your heart and out through your heart. Feel that light so present in your whole being. And now silently affirm to yourself, my mind is at peace. My heart is at peace. My body is at peace. Feel the truth of these words. Feel the vibration of these words moving through your whole being. My mind is at peace. My heart is at peace. My body is at peace. walking this earthly walk, with all that this earth, that this life brings to us, I am trusting and knowing that we are exactly where we need to be, experiencing exactly what we need to be experiencing for our growth, our evolution, and our expansion as souls. And so we release this. We release this prayer. We hand it over to Spirit that always says yes, and together we say, and so it is.
Jamie Doolittle there. Thank you so much. And I am grateful for music. I'm sure you are as well. Let's take a moment all together to feel gratitude for the food, the spiritual food we receive here today, and for all the blessings in our life. We recognize that God is the source of all the good in our lives. We share our gifts to remain in the consciousness of gratitude, knowing this truth. I invite you to share your gifts and tithes in gratitude for all the good in your life. Together we make this community thrive. On the screen you'll see ways to give through the website, by text, or by mail. If you'd like to contribute to the match campaign via text, you can text the word match with the amount to the number on the screen there. All very, very easy to follow along with. However you choose to contribute, thank you for being part of this community. So please place your gift over your heart and join me in saying our offering affirmation together. Money is God's love in expression. Since it is never withheld from me, I choose to give freely of all that comes to me from the one infinite source.
Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for
Right, I'm going to bless all that is flowing into our beloved community. I'm just so grateful for the abundance and the prosperity that is flowing in to support all that we do, both here and in the world. We are just so grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you, life. And so it is. Okay, who is here for the first time? Anybody? Welcome. So glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. There are packets in the lobby. If you'd like to take one up, it's welcome to our spiritual family. So glad you're here. And you look like sisters, just want to say it. I know she's your mom, but I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot, but that's all right. All right, and next slide. Marie, can you click to the next slide, please? Yeah, so prayer support. So I just want to remind everybody that our practitioners at the end of every service will be standing up here. So Christine will be up here. If there is something on your heart that you need prayer for, that you would like support for, that you would like to be celebrated for. Sometimes we just want someone to see us and to know who we are and to celebrate with us, so we can do that too. So know that we're here. We're here to support you. We love you as a beloved community. We want to stand beside you and support you every step of this journey. So know that our beautiful prayer partners will be up here for you. Okay? All right, I'm going to bring Marie back on it.
So thank you for being here today. We're very glad you came to join us, and it's always a joy to come together, community all together, to be inspired and connected. I also want to extend my gratitude to everyone who helps make our service possible each week. It takes a dedicated team. I'm waiting for us to have credits on the slide so that every week you don't hear me say, including those who set up and take down, our amazing musicians, our sound and tech team, our welcome team, our ushers, hospitality and prayer partners, our youth and family team, and everyone working behind the scenes to create this beautiful experience. Your contributions are deeply appreciated. And maybe next week we'll roll the credits. And now I invite you all to join us for Sunday supper. So today we will be heading out to a local restaurant whose location has not yet been revealed to me, but if you would like to know where it is, go to Welcome Table after service and they will inform you where the location of our dinner tonight is. So please join us for supper if you'd like to. And let's enjoy some food and time to connect.